are exchanged as we plunder U.S. aid. A treasure returned to you from the deep state piggy bank. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Everything will be okay. Guess what day? What day it is? It's hump day. Get it on. Hump day. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Oh man, guys, I want to start hump day off the right way and be so optimistic and happy and cheerful, but I have bad news for you today, Wednesday, February 5th, 2025. I lost my job. I did. I lost my job. I was on my USAID mission in Syria teaching Hamas and ISIS how to properly gender their trans goat herds. And USAID cut my funding. I was making $5.7 billion a year. Sucks, Sucks. I was this close to getting ready to go to Afghanistan to go teach the Taliban about DEI. They're not very diverse over there. The Taliban doesn't know that diversity is our strength. And they still have gendered bathrooms in Kabul. Did you know this? So I was going to go change all of the Taliban tribal leaders' names to Z and Zer pronouns, and all of the bathrooms in Kabul to be non-binary. But USAID cut my funding. That was going to be another $7.9 billion that I was going to make doing that mission of service for the taxpayer. And USAID cut my funding. And so I'm just really upset about it. And I got nothing left. It's just you and me now, right? And find me at Substack, okay? You can find me on my Substack. And if you need any pronoun training, then you can find me on LinkedIn too, right? Currently actively looking, okay, for positions for these very valuable skill sets that I have. Oh, the trans goats! Who will teach young Muhammad not to dead name the goat? Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, baby, what an exciting day to be living in America right now. The madness has ended. It's like a fever that broke on our country. The madness is ending. And now you are going to watch the absolute collapse of a fake world that was built by your taxpayer dollars, by corrupt people that wanted to destabilize your country, your morals, your nation. And it is glorious, ladies and gentlemen. More purges underway at the FBI, CIA, and USAID. Do you know late last night that Donald Trump effectively fired every CIA agent? Whew. Oh, that's going to be spicy. And they brought the USAID website back just in time to tell everyone they're fired too. Oh, it's glorious. We're going to cover all of it today. Trump also announces that we're going to be creating Gaza Largo, Mara Gaza. I don't really know. Apparently, the United States is going to take over Gaza Strip, build a giant golf course there. It's going to be great. Really exciting. Get your birthday plans ready. We're all going raging in Gaza, okay? I don't know about all of that, but we'll cover it on the program today. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna joins the show. All-time favorite for us. So many interesting things to talk about with her. She has a massive bombshell announcement that she will be making on the program today that is going to, I think, get you very, very excited, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, lock freaking in. Your front seat to the golden era starts right now. My name is Benny Johnson, and this is The Benny Show. American Financing are the people who make sure that you can get out of debt. They are friends of the program, and they are friends of you having financial freedom. Absolute, total, psychotic breakdown that is happening on the left. It's so funny, in fact, that CNN is laughing at them live on their airwaves. And I want you, it's hump day today. It's Wednesday. Everyone's getting through the week, right? Everyone's got a mortgage to pay. And so I want to start off our day with a little like joy and happiness and laughter at the deeply sad capacity that Democrats have to try and coalesce and create some type of counter messaging to what Trump is doing. Now, what Trump is doing right now is shock and awe campaign. This shock and awe campaign is being staged in order to ensure that they have no funding, that their news outlets get gutted. We're going to cover that in just a second. That their little kitty banks, piggy banks, right? Their golden gooses get slaughtered. That they have no capacity to like properly organize. And instead of Democrats walking through the wide open door of, wow, the federal government was spending too much money. We agree. It's time for us to cut costs to save the taxpayer money. That's the easiest thing you can do right now. A Democrat win would be literally just taking the logical, easy path out, which is, you know what? You're right. Government spending's gotten out of control. All the data shows that. Everybody can feel that. And we're going to join Republicans in common sense cutting of expenditures. That's like so simple. Democrats that do that end up winning a majority soon, right? Like, please don't take my advice here, because you'd probably end up like winning in 2026, right? During the midterms. If you just plowed the road, okay, and said, yeah, we'll go along. Like, look, we joined with Trump to cut all of these expenditures. That's what's popular right now. Instead of doing that, every Democrat decided to take out a giant hammer, smash themselves as hard as they could in the head, and start frothing at the mouth and say, like, start screaming the name Elon Musk. Elon Musk! That's all they're doing. Democrats are angry that Elon Musk's shadow government is dismantling their shadow government. That's what they're raging about. They're furious about the loss of their shadow Only we can have an unelected shadow government bureaucracy that exists forever to torture and disrupt and destabilize the American people. Only we can fund news outlets with the tax dollars to attack our political enemies. Only we can fund schools in Nigeria and ports in Haiti and actually embezzle all that money and give it to our friends, our donors, and ourselves. Only we have that right. Now that Republicans are ending it, we're very upset. Oh, they're so upset, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into exactly what the actual game was here, but it's pretty simple. There's a bunch of libs, okay? Every Democrat leader in Congress, which is really funny at the quality of the actual leaders in Congress for Democrats, gathered in front of the USAID building in Washington, D.C. And they started screaming like lunatics. And it's because of something very true that we have uncovered here on this program and the enormous amount of research that we've done on this issue over the past week, right? Since it's been bubbling up in the news cycle, we want to do our job to tell you exactly what USAID is. And it's very simple. USAID isn't real. It's fake. It's not actually a thing. USAID never built anything for anyone. They never provided aid for anyone. USAID was a money laundering scam to take your cash out of your pocket, your taxpayer dollars, and to funnel it into left-wing activist causes that give Democrats permanent power. And we're going to dive into a very specific issue this morning with a massive story that we broke about Politico getting taxpayer dollars through USAID. Why would USAID, presumably a foreign-facing government entity to do humanitarian work, schools in Nigeria, vaccines for kids in Uganda, right? Why would they be funding Politico? Exactly. Why would they be funding left-wing media? Oh, how deep does the rabbit hole go? This is why Democrats are angry. They're angry because Trump kicked in their door and snapped the neck of their golden goose. This was who was going to fund the protests against Trump. This is who is going to fund all of the campaigns to elect Democrats. You ever seen those people standing around at the mall or like, inside of like a pedestrian walking area with these stupid shirts on with some dumb name like Protect Democracy Now, right? The clipboards, right? Effing clipboards. Excuse me, sir. Nose ring, purple hair, blue hair, right? Brown teeth. Zits. You're 31. Why do you have zits? Anyway, they're always, breathing on you. The breath smells like dog food. Hey, sir, do you have a moment for the trans goats in Afghanistan? Right? And they're always like breathing on. How do you think's paying that person's salary? What do you think that person does? What service do they provide? What value do they provide for the country? That name and that signature goes directly into a Democrat database for electioneering. And you know what you should always say to those people? It's something I always say to those people. Sorry, I'm ranting a little too much here, but it's too much fun. Something you should always say to those people. You walk right up to them. I always take a beeline right to them. Don't avoid them. Go straight up to them. Lock them right in the eye. I want eye contact. I want heavy eye contact. Look them right in the eye, okay? And you see their little eye twitching, right? Their little piercing going up and down. You look them right in the eye and you go, I already voted for Trump. You don't have to convince me. And then just let the long silence stretch out before you and then walk away, right? And do that. That'll shake them to their core. They will return to their mother's basement, get onto Reddit and start sobbing and never go back to work. Do that. That's what you should do to those people. The point is that someone's paying them. And who is paying them is you, which is so effed up. You and me were the ones footing the bill for all of this degenerate, perverted, left-wing activism that funds Democrats and puts all this cash into their coffers and creates literal fake news. Again, we're going to jump right into that in just a second. That's why Democrats are freaking out. I just feel like it's worth establishing the reason that Democrats are freaking out is not because they care about Nigerian schoolgirls, okay? That's not what USAID was doing. USAID was funding all their campaigns. It was creating a news media ecosystem that was fake and fraudulent to protect them. It was placing literal reporters inside of the Biden administration that they paid for, placing reporters in there to do mop-up jobs for the administration, the regime, and so many other things. Everyone was getting a cut. What Trump has done is he has done what you do inside of a prison in order to exert dominance. Donald Trump coming back into the White House, walked right up in the prison yard. Okay, it's considered the federal government like a giant prison yard full of criminals. It is. Full of very dangerous and bad people. President Trump walks right up to the biggest, meanest, angriest mass murderer in the prison yard and punches him in the face and breaks his nose and blood shoots everywhere. And this huge hulking beast of a monster goes and then everyone in the prison yard sees it and is like, holy shit, whoa, fuck. That guy, don't mess with that guy, right? And then that big prisoner becomes the bitch. And that's how Trump wins. And that was Trump's plan. How was Trump going to conceivably get what he wanted to get done and make good on his promises to the American people, to all of us? How was he going to do that with an entire fifth column of unelected, psychotic, psyoped, literal like CIA lizard people planted throughout his government to stop him at every turn? Something incredible that Elon Musk posted this today. He said, somebody goes like, why are you going after USAID so hard? There's a lot of bad things in the government. A lot of bad things happening in the government. And Elon goes, all we did was we just sat and watched who defied Trump's executive orders first and the most. To paraphrase Elon, production team's grabbing it right now. Sorry, I'm just on a rant. I'm having too much fun. This is like too much fun. These are the best couple weeks of my life. It's the best couple weeks of your life, best couple weeks of my life, okay? We're just going to have fun with it. We need to laugh again. Laugh again as a country, okay? Elon Musk goes, listen, what we did was so Trump did hundreds of executive orders, and we sat back and we let them tell on themselves. We sat back and we said, okay, who's going to be the first ones to defy Trump? You'll be able to see the problem. How do you know where you're infected? Because when you push on it, when you push on the area that's infected, it hurts. It's painful. So all we did at Doge, now I'm quoting correctly Elon Musk here, was check in to see which federal organizations were violating Donald Trump's executive orders the most. Turn out USAID. So that's what became our focus. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good. It's so beautiful. Oh, the ranting and raving is worth it, ladies and gentlemen, to get to this beautiful point here in the show where I can finally show you this amazing clip. I'm sorry for I'm just having too much fun. Here we go. Here's the clip. This is what Democrats now are putting up. I wanted to get to why. Why are they so angry? I had to get to to this point. Why are they so angry? And why does this look so weak? Why does it look so pathetic? Why are the news? Yeah, exactly. Why is the corporate media literally laughing their asses off at these people? Because they have no more funding. This is what you're going to see Democrats with no makeup, okay? Last 4 years, Democrats had been that hideous chick who is a 2. But with the amount of federal funding that they got and the amount of corrupt, laundered federal dollars, they could get enough makeup through the makeup shotgun onto their face that in bar lighting, with just the flickering Bud Light sign, okay, they look like a 6. And then you wake up in the morning and you look at it and you're like, ah! Whoa! Call my doctor. Quick! It's bad. I gotta be like the Uber Eats driver. Get out of here. This is what Democrats look like without makeup. The makeup of federal funding. Here we go.
Democrats agree that Musk is a problem, but listen to them today. And they have a piñata in search of a stick.
To our Republican colleagues, if you do not see the light, we will bring the fire. Resist!
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your asses.
We have days to stop the destruction of our democracy. We have work to do. Tell Elon Musk to take his hands off your money. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America.
And goddamn it, shut down the city! We are at war!
We will win. We will win. We won't rest. We won't rest.
Gretchen.
Yes,
So,
they need
Can we
the
play it
Democrats.
again?
The Democrats need a real leader. Okay, they need a real leader, which currently does not exist in the Democratic Party, and they have been caught completely flat-footed with the entire Trump presidency for the last 2 weeks and Elon Musk. I said on CNN months ago that Elon Musk would be the most influential advisor to President Trump, and that is proving to be true, whether you like it or not. But Democrats should have had a plan for this. They knew it was coming. We say this every single night.
Project 2025,
We knew
as
it.
you just talked about.
We knew it. Trump has said all of these things were going to happen. We saw him align with Elon Musk, which may go down as the smartest thing that any presidential candidate has ever done, from the young vote to tech, to a million other things. So Democrats needed to have a plan, and it may be too late.
Yeah, Bakari, are you fired up after
I'm fired up and ready to go. Can't you see it in my face? I
Ah. Oh, delicious, your tears. So salty. Bakari Sellers, of course, like the, Democrat simp who has to go on CNN and do these humiliation rituals, right? Of how embarrassing this all is. It's so embarrassing. There's so many clips from yesterday. So embarrassing. This is the makeup shotgun. I love this. This is what I'm talking about with the makeup shotgun. Democrats have lost their makeup shotgun. They're no longer a fake 6. They're a 2. They were born a 2. They'll remain a 2. And the older they get, they turn into a 1 and then a 0, which is where Chuck Schumer is. Here's a longer take on Chuck Schumer. Did you hear the giggle? Did you hear the snort laughing? Like the jumpstart snort laughing on CNN? Have you ever heard that before on a CNN panel where every CNN panelist is cracking up over how cringe Democrats are right now? How they have no more capacity to even put up like a front? Like, what are you gonna do about this? You got no power. But Chuck Schumer, man, he's got something going on. Here you go.
We're going to stand with you in this fight, and we will win. 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 We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Leader Schumer.
So many places to go with this. Okay, first off, the Batman villain guy with like the cane in there. We will win. We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest. It's like, listen, first off, what it seems like you're doing here is like activity hour at the nursing home. Got out of hand. Somebody put something in the, something sprinkled something in the applesauce, right? During activity hour at the nursing home. Right? With your cane. Okay? He looks like a bad Batman villain. And he behaves like one. Here's Al Green. It's the same guy. Okay? It's the same guy who seconds ago inside of the House, he's a member of Congress. Freaking Geico caveman over here. This is Batman, original Batman 1960s comic book villain. Says he is now impeaching Trump. Get ready. These guys are impeaching Trump. Get ready. Here comes the impeachment again for Trump.
I rise to announce that the movement to impeach the president has begun. I rise to announce that I will bring articles of impeachment against the president for dastardly deeds proposed and dastardly deeds done. I also rise to say that the impeachment movement is going to be a grass-up movement, not a top-down. The people have got to move forward. The people.
All right, enough. Grass up, smoking grass is what this. It's dastard. Don't trust dastardly deeds. I can't take it anymore. This guy is like foghorn leghorn. God, I said, boy, you dastardly deeds. You can't do more dastardly deeds. Oh, what a clown car! These people, dastardly deeds. Also, Chuck Schumer ruining his own chant. Okay, Chuck Schumer started with a "We will win" chant, and then just decided immediately once you get the crowd chanting that to switch it up, right? We will win. We will win. We won't rest. We won't rest. Like that's not how you chant. You start the chant and you get people chanting. You get a chant going. Okay, you ever been to a sports arena? You ever been anywhere like anything? Have you ever, I don't know, interacted with any human ever? Chuck Schumer puts the cheese on the meat before it's grilled. He literally puts the cheese on the salmonella meat. Chuck Schumer. This is how like spaced out this dude is. Okay, so he doesn't know how to do the chant. And you'd be like, oh, Chuck, you're like a million years old. Maybe this is something that's wrong with you. But then you can go back into history and see that not too long ago, this is Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer puts the cheese on the raw, uncooked beef. It's Chuck Schumer with the uncooked beef. This is the guy who's in charge of the Democrat Party right now. This guy is effectively completely in charge of the Democrat Party. Obama's lost all of his donors. Huge donors are fleeing Obama. Obama can't even complete his own library now. Obama's library is crumbling before it even opens. Here's Chuck Schumer. This is the guy in charge. This guy is about to give everybody in his household explosive diarrhea, explosive vomiting, salmonella. All the criminal illegal aliens that he's housing in his home from Haiti are gonna get on their boats and go back to Haiti after eating this. This is Chuck Schumer. He's gonna literally give everyone just absolutely explosive salmonella all over his house. Look at how sick this guy is. This is the genius in charge of the Democrat Party right now. The only other genius that you could potentially argue has any type of sway in the party is Kamala Harris. And she did the exact same thing with her chants. Kamala Harris can't do a chant. We learned this in 2024. Here we go.
Let's vote. Let's get out the 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 vote. Let's win.
She did it again. She won another time. Just one. This is when Kamala Harris decided to do an event with Beyonce instead of go on the Joe Rogan podcast. This was in Houston. And so there's all these people that they paid to be there, probably through USAID taxpayer dollars. They paid to be there, and Beyonce was supposed to sing, so they literally rug pulled all these people. There were already riots breaking out. Okay, so you have this low IQ Houston crowd already kind of packed into this stadium. Low IQ ghetto Houston crowd that's already furious. They're enraged. They're on 7 Four Locos deep. And they're all so enraged, hitting their pink vape pens as hard as possible that Kamala rug pulled them. Beyonce didn't sing. And then Beyonce then decides to lead them in this chant as the final insult to their depressing, pointless lives. Kamala Harris decides to go, oh, okay, here, I got a chant for you. Instead of Beyonce, a free Beyonce concert, which we thought you were gonna get, here, I'm gonna lead you in a chant, okay? Here's your prize.
Okay, now I want each of you to shout your own name. Do that. Because it's about all of us. It's about all of us. And listen, I have fought my whole career to put the people first.
I gotta stop. I gotta keep moving, okay? We have an entire show to do. We have serious things to talk about here. All right, this is a serious show. We have real news to talk about. We broke real news today. Elon Musk reposted us a couple times. We have real news, okay, to talk about over the last 24 hours. So I'm sorry. I'm just having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. Ladies and gentlemen, Politico and the New York Times may be going out of business. And the only thing stopping that from happening is a Foghorn Leghorn Batman villain and a guy who can't do a chant or grill a burger. And I've never been more encouraged, ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin here. Politico and New York Times propped up by millions of dollars from the U.S. government. Well, would you look at that? On Tuesday, staffers at Politico were notified that a technical error prevented their paychecks from going out. Would you look at that? Wow, Politico going bankrupt? Journos crying and seething? Guy can only get so excited. Staff at Politico did not get paid for the latest pay period. Company just sent several emails to employees saying that this is a technical issue. Don't you worry, we're going to fix it. We promise. But if you go ahead and look a little deeper into what's been happening at Politico, you'll find, according to usaspending.gov, a government website that tracks